Not loving the corrugations. I've got to stop and tighten me aerial up over like fucking 10 minutes. Oh, King Spotties, they're fucked. No good, broken all of them. Fucking back plates, fucking got to stop and do them. I'll just pull them off, I think. Throw them back on when I need them. On the solo. Well, I dropped the tyres from 22 down to 18 now. It's a little bit nicer in the corrugations. A bit sandy here. Hopefully I'm on the right track. I wanted to end up a gunshot where we come out, but I'm not sure if I should have gone south back there or whether this is going to bring me north a gunshot. But we will find out and we will persevere. Marsh plates off. Probably have to stop and tighten the aerial up again at some stage. It's copped some pretty serious abuse and keeps coming loose. So if you're going to the Cape, highly advise bringing some Loctite. And every bolt that starts coming loose, Loctite it, put it back in. Good times. Drove like 7 k's down to Gunshot, out of the way. There was like 2 cars down there setting up camp. No one coming through, so it was a waste of a trip, and I certainly wasn't taking the D-Max down there, so I just drove in there and drove in and out of the creek a few times and washed some of the mud out of my brakes and stopped my goddamn squealing that's been driving me insane for the last 2 days. So I'll keep heading north and see where we end up. We'll set up camp somewhere in the next few hours, hopefully near a river would be good. Hopefully get some footage. Happy days. A little bit worried about the solo travel, but well, not really solo because I got old Red Dog here beside me. Thank you. What's you doing, puppy? Giving me the side eye. She's not a real big fan of the corrugations and wheel lifts and sketchy stuff, but happy as Larry when she jumps out and cruising around in the water and having a swim and good times. I'll check in at the next spot. Just spied something on the side of the road, looks like some sort of cultural heritage. Help out, puppy? Oh, that's an old grave. I'll grab me Samoan safety boots. Hey, puppy dog. What have we got over here? R.I.P. in memory of W.J. Brown, died 3rd of May 1945. Ex-LM PMC department. They say that's some sort of linesman, I reckon. Done himself some mischief or what? Optical fibre plough. William Brown, the son of Thomas and Rachel Brown, was a PMG linesman whose task it was to maintain the overland telegraph line. His duties would ensure that the telegraph line was cleared of vegetation which could interfere. Blah 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 blah. So he had a heart attack and they put his brush hook here to mark the thing. I don't actually know where he died, but so there you go. And now occasionally you see a pole. They've all been damaged and raped and broken, but the old Telstra pit still runs along in the same place. There you go. Washed a little bit of mud off the D-Max. You can see the high tide line. Other days escapades. We've washed it off the inside of the doors a bit. And right up in the bloody doors. Might chill here for a minute and have a little bit of lunch and check everything out. Aerial's coming undone again. Tighten that up before we go. Spotlights are fucked. On your Kings, shout out. I wouldn't have bought them, they were already on the car. Dash plates off, out of the way. Happy trails. Righto, back to here again. This is where we just come in, meet up to where we got to yesterday. And keep heading north, over us, to the next stop. Alright, she's a little bit deep, but I've walked it and I reckon we'll be right. We'll see how we go. Some wanker just got his cup out the back to pour a drink, didn't shut the door and drove off and hit a tree and bent the friggin' toolbox door. A bit of bush panel beating. Right amount of pressure in the right place, mainly my foot with a block of wood between it, kicked the shit out of it and she shuts. Fucking won't do that again, what a dickhead. Hey dog, and you're driving around the bush with this bloke? Your game. Just pulled up here at another little crossing, one of the old bridges. Pretty cool, obviously, not in service. As I've been doing with everyone, especially on my own, go for a walk and have a look. It's pretty sloppy. Be hard, but I reckon I'd have that. Oh, fuck, maybe not. That's absolute slop. It's like 2 foot deep of slop. I might give that one a miss. Nice little creek bite. This is cool. I think I'll even bother filming this one. It's nice and easy. The dog jumped back in with muddy paws. There we go. May as well do a dodgy one-handed filming. A bit of a drop in here is probably the worst bit. Doesn't feel great. Very steep little back wheel lift on the left hand side. No scrapage. Feels pretty hard. Might have to do a bit of a 3-point turn here. One-handed action. Up we go, nice and easy. No breaking CVs. No damage. Just cruise on through it. Oh, I'm so sick of listening to these brakes squeal, but they came good in one of the river crossings, and then the next bit of mud squealing again, driving me nuts. Latest. Be quick, got the dog in the car. Pretty cool, that. Very, very cool. I'll give it a start, so there we go. I'm going to try and get in here. I just seen old mate do it and float down the river. Could end in disaster if you never hear from me again. That's what's happened. Oh well, I didn't die. It's always a plus. Just walking around looking for a camp spot for tonight. I found a pretty good one down there. I thought I'd just walk up and see what's up here. Beautiful little thing. So cool. Little pools everywhere. It's so cool. Definitely going to jump in there in the morning and float down. Little waterfalls everywhere. I see if I can walk beside it for a bit. Back down to where I'm going to camp. There's some really nice little calm pools where I'm going to camp. Have a look at this. Wow. If I had the case on the GoPro, I'd jump in right now. Well, we'll certainly be having a swim in here in the morning. It'll become an awesome little place. So cool. Come up here. I think this is where we're going to pull up camp up here. I think I'll call this here home tonight. Fireplace there. We'll go try and find some wood. Look at this right out the front. Lovely. Literally just go and grab my beer. pretty basic cook up tonight. Little pork chop, bacon and cured pork chop. Some onion rings in the oven. How good's having an oven? There's some coleslaw in the fridge if the coleslaw's not gone bad by now. Been buried in there, probably frozen or see how it goes. Alright, that's alright. Pork chop, coleslaw, onion rings in the oven. Yum.